Okay, let's begin. Hello. I'm Guang Hui, one of the TA for 417, Introduction to Machine Learning, and also a second year PhD student. This tutorial session is to prepare students for the programming assignments during the learning process. And yeah, I have shared my screen. You can see it, right? This is the material for this tutorial session. You could find it on Piazza, the post for Python schedule, the material here. And this is basically an step-to-step instruction, including how you install a Python interpreter, set up the environment, and import several libraries, and some important elements I want to mention. So during this session, I will actually run this instruction on my on mic, and in this process, if you have any question or you find the command doesn't run the same result on your system, you could just put it in the chat box or cut it in. So yeah, I could help you. Okay. Um, so yeah. Since I'm using a mic, I will try to install Python 3.8 on my mic. The first step is to download the interpreter from the link here, and the download. You need to select the correct version and the correct system for you if you are using a Windows Mac or Linux. For me, it's a Mac. And if you have any requirements from other course, for example, you must use Python 2, and you could also use that version for your homework. Just to make sure you classify which version of Python you are going to use in the code you submit to Gradescope, so that when we try to implement your code, we have the correct interpreter. And if you are just a beginner, has no other requirements, I will suggest you to use the latest stable release. And in this case, it's Python 3.8. And yeah, you should be able to download the install. And after you download it, you could install it on your Mac. And I think basically that's the same for every software. And after you installing, you should be able to check whether you install it correctly on your machine. So if you are a Mac user, you could open a terminal like this and use some command, for example, where. This represents where you install your Python. Let me see. Yeah. So if you have multiple versions of Python on your system like this, you will see the different a different Python here. So if you have multiple versions, you could clarify by adding the version number here. And if you see some information like this, you should be okay. For example, if I check, I don't have 3.9, so it will show not found. And if you have a corresponding version, it will show the price, and that's basically like you have correctly installed it and the system could find it. Yeah. For some Windows user, the which command and where command may not be useful, but the Python version command should always be right. Yeah, it should have a similar output to show which version you are currently using. So now that we have installed the correct interpreter and our system could know the Python command. So how do we run a Python file? There are two ways. The first is to create a new file, a new Python file, and that's what you will see in your homework. When we publish the homework, we will provide some header field, like in this case, homework 1. And what you need is to complete the function we provide and run this file. So in this case, we run a hello world example, and you will see I already created the hello file, and it has the correct command to print hello world here, and to
is there a, so you're creating that, where are you creating that new folder or file?
Okay, so I think you could use the pwd to check where your current Python is, and you could make a new file, use this command, just a random name. And you say there will be a new file, and you can go into this new file to create a new Python file. Use touch command.
I'm not getting, I think I've got Python installed in the command prompt, but I'm not getting it to do anything. Not sure.
Oh, have you installed the Python? I mean,
yes.
When you run Python version, it shows a correct version number instead of something not found, right?
I think I just installed Python 3.9 into my command prompt, and that it's not doing
where
much.
do you if you run the where Python command, what does it show?
What's that command?
This command, does it show a long Python or something?
How do I get it to run a command? All it's saying is invalid syntax whenever I type anything in so far.
Oh, you are on Windows, right?
Yeah.
Oh, could you try Python version? I mean, this.
Nothing's happening so far. It just keeps saying Python is not defined.
Okay. Could you share your screen with me so that I can see what's happening there?
Yeah, can you enable screen sharing, please?
Okay, quick one. Yeah, you should be able to share the screen now.
Okay, so I found another command prompt. I don't know which one is the right one now.
Okay, I think this means you haven't installed it correctly. Could you show me the exe file, executable file you downloaded from the Python website?
Okay, so are we on the? Can you see the command prompt right now?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Oh, you could run Python and go into the iterative mode, right? Oh, no. You are already in Python and you are in the iterative mode. You use exit to quit this mode, exit. Oh, yeah, with braces. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and now you are going to the command. Yeah. Oh, since might be different. Oh, no. Oh, okay, it's version, not where. It's different. Use version.
Use which word?
Use version, not where. After the. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. That means you correctly installed the Python 3.9. Yeah. That's okay.
So, okay, so then how do I install, I guess,
Oh,
NumPy and Matplotlib into it?
oh, we
That,
will go that later, but yeah.
okay,
Oh, yeah, it's downloading now.
so I had tried to use I was trying to use an Anaconda notebook, but I don't know how to run a .py file in that. So I was hoping that you could help me see where the best way to edit files would
You are
be.
using the
I'm used to
using the
Jupyter.
notebook, right?
I'm used to Jupyter, but it looks like we're supposed to use .py instead. So I was hoping that you could help me sort out where I should do, like what program I should use to work and how to get it all loaded right.
Oh, the Jupyter notebook is the editor to just something like the Vim. So it doesn't matter which you use Jupyter or PyCharm or just a Vim or VS Code, something like this. That's depends on you.
So it's like the homework that we have is
Python
set
file,
like
something like
Python
that.
file. When we turn it in, could we turn in a notebook or do we need to turn in a Python file?
Yeah, we couldn't turn it in your notebook. We needed to run it like a Python file. Yeah, and that's how we design that file.
Okay.
To create a new file and put your code in there.
Yeah. So where would you say I should like create files? I used Eclipse in 247 for Java, but I haven't.
Okay,
but
you are not already in the project, or you can right click and create a new file, or you can go into the I'm not sure what's the windows to show your current path. Could you go into the Eclipse path? Yeah. Now you are in the Eclipse, and if you right click on your project, it should be able to have some properties. Yeah, properties. The location. No, you go back to the resource. Yeah, resource. There is a location, right? Could you go into that location? Yeah.
So I think
that's a location you need to input in your terminal or your command. Yeah, you need to go into that path.
So
use the cd command.
Would so does the Python is saved here? So I think that Eclipse wants me to like set the interpreter there.
Yeah.
So is Eclipse a good place to work, or I just sort of picked that at random? Is there a better place to create Python files that can work like that?
There are several editors, and I think all of them should work for our homework. Yeah, if you already have Eclipse, I will encourage you to continue using Eclipse.
Okay, I think that's, I just want to, so what was the thing to find what the path for where my Python is? Is that where Python is?
It's on Windows. Wait a minute, let me check how to find this.
I think that I need to find the path.
Interpreter location, right?
Of where Python is.
I put a command in the chat box. Yeah, you first run Python 3 on this command, go into the Python iterative mode. You see the chat box, right?
I'm looking for it. I don't see the chat box. Where did it go?
Because you are currently share a screen, you need to go into the share screen button and find the property, the view option, and
Wow, that
it will.
is hidden. Okay,
Oh, you got it right.
I think so.
Oh no, you need to first go into the Python iterative mode. You first run Python. Yeah, import OS and system. And use the OS Python. See where the executable file is. Yeah, that's where you, yeah. Now
Okay,
you
so
find that location on your Eclipse interpreter.
data local.
That's right? You could use Python 3 or Python 3.9. They should be similar, right? I believe.
Huh.
What does it say? I think this means you don't have the access for this file. It should be downloaded in some Windows app file, and you need maybe run Eclipse in the administrator level.
Maybe I
cannot
downloaded it from the Windows Store, which might have caused problems.
No, that's not where the problem. The problem is that Eclipse doesn't have the permission to go into that file, because maybe you download it in some system file, and sometimes your software need access to visit that file. You see what I mean?
I think so.
Maybe
hey Eddie, sorry, I sort of hijacked our help session for my computer setup.
Yeah,
it's okay.
But I think we could probably both work at the same time if you have other questions too.
Okay. I guess I just want to check. Should I have Python 3.8.3?
Okay.
Is that okay? Should I?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Any version is okay. As long as when you submit the code, you say, when we publish the homework, we provide a head file named homework1, right? In that file, the first line, let me share my screen. Yeah, I'm sharing my screen now. No. The homework1 is, now the homework1.python, and the first line here is to define which version you are going to use. So if you use a different version, you could change the number here with your version number, and so that when we replicate your code, we have the right interpreter. Yeah.
Is it okay? I have it as a Conda environment.
Oh yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Would you recommend creating a separate environment just for this class, or can I just use the base?
I think for all of our homework, you don't have to have a special environment, because all the library we use don't have a requirement of certain version. But a general suggestion is that for each project, you have an independent virtual environment.
Okay.
Because that will avoid the collection with different library you are going to use.
Okay. And so basically the main ones would just be matplotlib, numpy.
Yeah.
Is that okay? That's actually, I guess that's all I really had. So thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I believe I still share my screen. So, John, do you feel your problem, or you still get stuck there?
I'm still trying. I think I might have found a solution. So I'm, if you hold on for just a couple minutes, I want to see if I got it to work, and then I will be able to
Oh,
get it out.
okay.
I downloaded Python from Python's website, and then I have that into Eclipse. I'm just going to see if it'll let me run things properly, and then I'll be good, I guess.
Okay. Oh, I believe I still share my screen. Oh, actually, an easier version, if you have a Python file, an easier version is just to use the terminal to run it. For example, in this case, I'm running the hello world file, and it will give us the output, print hello world here. The other way is to go into the iterative mode, and you have already said that. And in here, you just print the command. Yeah, it will also show the similar stuff. And when you want to quit it, use exit.
Cool. So I think I have, I think I might have things working right. I'm not getting the weird error message that I was before. Is there a good way to test to make sure that I have things set up properly in?
Yeah, since you are using Eclipse, you have already created a new project, right?
Yeah, so can you see my Eclipse window right now?
Sorry, I will, yeah, I'm seeing window, yeah. You have already,
it looks like that should be good then, right?
Let me check, yeah. Could you run the test file?
Which file?
Run this file, yeah. Yeah, you see in the output, it print hello world, right? So this basically means you correctly run this code. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess. So if I have all of this, then that means
you need a brace after show. Show is the function.
Oh, like that?
Yeah. Yeah, yes, that's what I mean.
Okay, it popped up over. There it is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's correct, right?
So I think that means I have everything working properly then.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Minor suggestion is that in a Python file, we already put all the import at the hand of the file.
Yeah.
So you can, you say what I mean, yeah, okay. And
yes,
for your homework, that's what we provide for your homework. You need to finish or complete those two functions, perceptual learning and perceptual experiment.
Cool. Okay. I think I can get that sorted. And thank you. That answered my question because I was having a really hard time getting the imports to not fail, but I think you've helped me get it into the right place. So it's functioning now.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Thank you. Thanks for helping out.
Okay. Yeah, actually we'll continue, since I'm recording this meeting, I will continue to introduce the other part of my document. And if you want to hang in, you could stay here. But yeah, if you think that's okay, you could just leave. Yeah.
Cool. I think I've got it. Thank you.
Okay. I will share my screen. Okay. I will continue my introduction on Python. So below we have two ways to run the. First is to run a Python file. The other is to go into the iterative mode to run it. And there are two differences compared Python with the other language like MATLAB or C. The first is that we don't have to use the parentheses to distinguish different code block. Instead, we use space, and also you don't have to use the semicolon after the end of sentence. And an example will be, this is an example for, in iterative mode, you can use Shift Enter to start a new line instead of just run the code. And also any number of space would work as long as any number of space will work to distinguish the code block, but the common approach is to use for space or type instead. The other stuff different was how do you find the index of a list. For example, we create a list object. And the first object, the value is 1, but when you have to use the index, you use 0. Compared with MATLAB, you probably need 1 to index for the first element. And we have total 5 elements, so the file will show index out of range. One good thing about Python is that you can use negative number for index, like -1 is actually the last object, and -2 as object 2. And also you can use the semicolon to find a slice. Yeah, for example, this represents all the elements except the first. And if you are so in your index, the start point is included, while the end point is not included. So if you leave the end point open, it's actually directly till the end of the list. You could also add the step parameter, just like what you use in the MATLAB. So that's basically all about Python itself. And the reason we use Python is that it is including many powerful libraries. For example, 2 libraries we are going to introduce here. The first is NumPy. It will include provide an array object, which are very useful if we are considering machine learning project. The other matplotlib is for realization, just like the MATLAB you are going to use. When we install the Python interpreter, we actually install a small tool named pip. And similarly, you could check where you install the pip. It should be in the same folder with your Python. And to use pip, install a new library. You could just use the command install. Yeah, if you have some successfully installed all the requirements specified, this means you have correctly installed that library. I have already installed the NumPy and the matplotlib. So I'm going to go into the iterative mode and show you how to use these 2 libraries. or you need to import the library, and you can give it a short name, so it's easier for you to call it. Yeah. Or the basic element of in NumPy is the array object. Let we create an array. Yeah, this is basically an array from 0 to 9. Compare the array object with the list object. First is if you have A here is an array object, B is a list object. For array object, you could use some operation, but for a list object, you should fail. Yeah, the list object cannot be multiplied. And for array, you could check its shape. And for list, I think you don't have the shape parameter. You only have a length function to call. Yeah. There are several functions help you to initialize a array object. For example, the 0. I think it's 0. This means A is all 0. And you say the dot here represents the data type is actually a float. If you want to create an int object, you use the type parameter and specify its data type. And now you say A will be it will all be int object. And also once function. Useful might be if we want to random generate the randomly initialize our vector. This should be uniformly draw from 0 to 1. And some function like finding the maximum, the minimum, and also the where is this maximum. The reason we import NumPy is actually to use the matrix operation, just like the matrix operation you see in MATLAB. For example, let we define two matrices. A is a matrix 2 times 3, and we want to have a similar matrix. Or B is also a matrix of the same size, and you could have element-wise operation. Yeah. And also more importantly, the matrix operation. Add here is actually the matrix multiply, but the dimension didn't fix, so we need to transpose either of them. You could use $t to transpose or call this function. Yeah, I think so. Also, if you want to say, yeah, this is the matrix multiply. And if you're wondering the inverse, maybe realize. Okay. I forgot what the inverse is. Yeah. And also several functions. If you want to combine the two matrices AB into a single matrix, and also the other library is Matplotlib. For example, we already have the random number. We could use the Matplotlib to show, for example, and call plot show to actually show the image. Yeah, the results will look like this, and the function will be similar like the MATLAB. So that's two basic library you will need to use in your first homework and the following homework. Yeah, I think until now I have covered all the necessary parts for you to finish the assignment projects. And if you're wondering what a real machine learning project looks like, I will recommend the second exercise here. It's about pattern recognition for miniset data set. You will see it will show instruction about how to import the data set and split it into training and testing data set, testing parts, and build a classification model and train it and test it and visualize your performance. Okay, that's basically what we need to cover for the tutorial session. And if you still have a problem for programming or anything about this course, you could go to the TA office hour. The first homework will be due next Friday. Yeah, have a nice weekend. See you.